Why do most historians think that humans became civilized from hunter gatherers to crop cultivators just around 10,000 BC? Also, they can't go beyond 1500 BC when it comes to history. How can human history be so short? How can we evolve so rapidly? Human civilization should be tens of thousands of years old. I'll tell you what, these historians that we are referring to over here, well, who wrote all the history? Today, you have historians in India, you have historians in other countries, but the groundwork, the foundation of the history which they use is all by European historians. It was all written by European historians. And whatever they wrote in the 18th, 19th, 20th century, that is taken as self evident. And that's the entire foundation of all historical research and writing that happens today. And if you disagree with that, then you are regarded as what? As a crackpot, a conspiracy theorist, or whatever. So all of this history was written by Europeans, by the West. It's all Eurocentric history. And the problem is that in Europe, there was no history essentially before 1500 BC. It all starts with, well, the Mediterranean region, Greece. And even when Greece was emerging as a civilization, the rest of Europe was what? Hunter gatherers, living in caves, eating wild animals, living in trees. Is true. I not lie. You see, so European history begins around 1500 BC. So then they want to force fit that on everybody else because the inconvenient truth is that India has a history that goes back at least 10,000 years. China has a history that goes back 4,000 years. Africa, we don't even know what their history is because it's been totally destroyed. The Native Americans, the Olmecs, the Mayas, the Aztecs, and whoever else, the Chimu, the Moche, they had the civilizations that went back thousands of years. It's the Europeans who are the youngest and the latest, the last to become somewhat civilized. So they want to force fit that time period, that chronology on everybody else. That nobody dare be civilized before 1500 BC. That's what they do. If you look at various monumental pieces of monumental architecture, there is a Göbekli Tepe in Anatolia, currently part of Turkey for some time. So if you go to Göbekli Tepe, it's believed to be about 10 goes back to about 10,000 BC or 8,000 BC, whatever, 10,000, 11,000 years old, and that clearly is that site, that archaeological site, it clearly served some kind of religious purpose, and it was like not a small site at all. So it was clearly intelligent, evolved people. They understood architecture. They had some understanding of science, at least a little bit, and clearly more advanced than the Europeans of 1500 BC. Is true. So yeah, so that's why they don't want to recognize this. Now, when it comes to not just Gobekli Tepe, right? Uh, okay, where's map? Where is map? We should see map. So here is map. Even in India, if you go, so in Tamil Nadu, where is Puducherry? Puducherry. And south of Puducherry, there is where's that little village? I must find it. Okay, somewhere south of Puducherry, there is off the coast of Tamil Nadu. Uh, Archaeologists have discovered a giant underwater city. Okay, probably Kaveri Pumpattanam of the Sangam literature era, and that city is at a depth that indicates that it was last above water about 10,000 years ago. 10,000 years ago. Okay, that's in the east of India, off the coast. Now, when it comes to the west coast of India, we have Dwarka. We know that there is an underwater city of Dwarka, and that also dates back about 10,000 years. And when it comes to the Gulf of Khambat archaeological complex, it's a whole complex of multiple cities that are all under the ocean. Okay, and they were last above the ocean about 10, 12,000 years ago. So that tells you how ancient Indian civilization is. The problem is that India's archaeologists seem to be working hand in glove with these anti-India elements in the historical academic fraternity, and they are ensuring that they don't excavate this and they don't throw light on the antiquity of Indian civilization. So I'll tell you what, you are absolutely right. Happy Faces 228, that the human history is very ancient. It's not just 1500 BC that civilization emerged. It's not just 10,000 BC that agriculture evolved. We know that India had agriculture 17,000 years ago. It is known, it is demonstrated, it is proven. I don't have the sources right now. Look it up. Okay, this is homework for you. For those who say that I don't bring sources, I'm doing a live stream over here. I'm taking questions on the fly. I cannot show you all the sources. Otherwise, half my time will go in doing that. Do some due diligence, do some homework, find your own sources. I'm telling you what sources exist. Okay, Indian agriculture is at least 17,000 years old minimum, and much more. So all these claims, all these narratives, they serve certain purpose to put forth the Eurocentric and Euro supremacist version of history.